Hello, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday with your family, friends, loved ones, and if you have kids, your children. I had a wonderful one myself. Got to spend a lot of time with my family and my children. It was wonderful. So today I'm feeling the nudge of the universe, of the energies, um, for another twin flame reading. Today I just want to talk a little bit about twin flame. When I go into my Akashic records, they are guiding me not to speak of my personal beliefs about what twin flames are, other than that I believe that they are real, and um, I am a divine feminine and on the twin flame journey. So what they really say is most important is that all of us, no matter what belief you have about what twin flames are, is that it's what they're saying is important for each one of us to recognize that we have chosen to be on this path, and we have chosen that relationship is our spiritual practice, and to step into the beautiful light of taking responsibility for that and seeing our part in the situation and not focus on the other so heavily, um, or only. So that's really what I'm so excited to be bringing through in the readings. Also, I use the pronouns he and she, because that is what's natural for me, because I'm a, I'm a cis female, and it's just the way that it comes in, and it is a limitation for me that I'm not able to channel different words when I'm in that space. Because if I start thinking about which pronouns, then I actually get really tripped up and I'm not able to deliver the messages. So please just know that I'm speaking of an energy, no matter what you identify as or what your body is, whatever is, just know that I honor it within you, and I have much love for who you are at this time, no matter what. And I just invite you to just switch over the pronouns, or ignore them altogether, and just really see through the heart of the message and which side you identify on. Okay, so today we are going to start with the Divine Masculine. And this is the Divine Masculine deck by Flames of Alchemy. Okay, so we're just going to tune in to see where he is at. That was too many cards, so I'm going to pick a different. Okay. What's coming up is right now is the Divine Masculine is feeling guarded. And then I have the Ascended Masters deck by Doreen Virtue. I've separated the Divine Masculine Ascended Masters with the feminine. And so I'm actually going to be only pulling from the masculine energies in this deck, the Ascended Masters. And so I'm just going to pull a card to help clarify and give us more guidance on what the Divine Masculine is feeling guarded about. Babaji Yoga. Just taking a moment with the two cards. Okay. What I feel like is that during this holiday time, the masculine, the Divine Masculine has been triggered. He's been going through a lot. Now, what I recognize in this card is that his hands are by his side, one is up. They're not both up completely protecting himself. So what I'm getting is that this is Babaji. I'm sorry, hold on a second. This card just pulled me. So Babaji is a beautiful ascended master, and he's known as immortal. And that all you have to do is to call on him, is to say his name. So I'm just going to say his name 3 times to invite him into the field of this reading in the divine masculine and the collective. Babaji, Babaji, Babaji. And what I'm getting around yoga is more of like that, using the spiritual relationship as a practice. And Babaji invites you to call upon him to help you see the truth in a situation, to help you feel guided and aligned. To help you lead with the third eye divine masculines. And that's what I'm really feeling like, is that the divine masculine, the collective that I'm reading for, no longer has both arms up covering his heart. He's feeling safe enough to start opening up his arms and not protecting his heart and his stomach area so much. So what I'm hearing is that he's evolving. This is an evolution. He's a little slow is what I'm hearing. He's moving slow. He feels very earthy, very 3D, and going through the motions and learning to balance himself. And he feels this energy of the sacred around him, and he's not quite understanding what that is. And what I'm hearing is that there is a divine feminine in his life that is talking to his 5D self, that's helping him put down his arms, his gloves. He's feeling safer. He's feeling more loved. He's still trapped in his head. So that's really what I feel like the next step for the divine masculine is. And that's where Babaji is coming in. See how Babaji, there's a golden flame behind it in his 2 hands. I'm seeing that as like the sacred temple of the divine feminines. And this is the collective flame in here glowing. And he just wants us all to know that the divine masculine is learning to step in and honor himself, even if he doesn't understand the terminology that I'm using, or that you use, or that the collective of spiritual people use. He is learning to step in and to follow a higher path, an inner knowing, like a deeper inner knowing of who he is, and the path that he wants to take. So now he's not protecting his gut or his heart as much, but I'm still sensing some tension and overthinking. And so we just ask all of the archangels, all the beautiful beings in the Akashic records in Babaji to please work their divine light in helping the divine masculine. Let go of some of the stress. See his shoulders? It's like they're tight. All right here is tight. I call the shoulders the shouldas. So he's feeling a lot what I should or shouldn't do. There's a lot of expectations put on this divine masculine. And some of them he's feeling trapped by, but he's doing a lot of it, he's doing to himself. There's a family lineage here, and we're just surrounding it with love and light as we talk about it. There's a family lineage here of doing what the masculine should do. And they're bringing my attention to the gloves. They're red. So there's some fiery energy here, possibly some anger that he's working through. I feel like he feels pretty angry about where he feels trapped. And that's where where he feels trapped is family lineage patterns. It could be, doing what's right. Maybe he's in a relationship that he feels he needs to stay in because of whatever reason, family expectations, religious beliefs, whatever it is. He feels trapped by the role of what the masculine in his family lineage is meant to do, and he feels some anger around it, and he's working through that anger and that tightness in the shoulders. So we're just sending love and truth and surrounding the whole situation in our divine masculine with angels and light. So I just got a new deck, and it's called the Amenti Oracle, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I just opened it today, and it's actually what inspired me to come do a reading. All of these information started coming in, and I just felt like I had to get in here and do a reading. So this is the deck. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look what's on the bottom that I just showed you. I am trustful in my relationships. I feel like this is for the divine masculine. So I'm really feeling like from this card is that with his divine feminine, he has been very guarded. Okay, so what I got earlier is really a big message around where he is at, but I'm also feeling like this is very similar to where he's at with his connection with his divine feminine. Okay, so that's where these cards come in again. Okay, so if you notice that there's a triangle here at their eyes, connecting their eyes, and it's pointing up. They're learning to see, and see how his goes up too. He's learned. The divine masculine is learning to see with divided light and energy, and messages and guidance more from a higher place. I feel like this is like the yin and yang. See how her head covering is white, her hair is dark, she has darker skin, she has lighter skin. This really feels like a beautiful message of the yin and yang. And for some, it may be a same-sex relationship. I am trustful in my relationships. And I feel like he's learning to feel more guarded, guided, and less guarded. I need to write that down so I don't forget it. Less guarded, more guided. I am trustful in my relationships. And he's feeling, I feel like there's like almost like a little war going on inside of him. And if you notice that she's completely undressed and she's fully dressed. And so what I feel like here is that he's warring with the side of himself that wants to have open transparency and communication with a side of him that's blocking the throat chakra from having that transparency. But he's moving to a new place because I really see her white clothing as being more pure and evolving into less red and more into a divine space. Less guarded and more guided. And he's working on bringing the two aspects of himself together to be able to look out into the future. So he's feeling more trustful with the relationship he has with himself and that higher knowledge that's coming in, but just making it so that he can have less guarded and more guided information and communication with his divine feminine and in all his relationships, but especially with his divine feminine. This is the Island Time Wellness, just for some little extra clarification. Wow. Emotional intimacy, healing, relationship with self, inner child, precedes successful relationships. Love is energy. I really feel like that's where he's going. Look how beautiful. He's putting down the fighting arms and he's embracing love. Love for himself and love for others and for his divine feminine. Look at this. Using relationship as a spiritual practice. I am trustful in my relationships, emotional intimacy. How beautifully synchronistic. This divine masculine is doing wonderful. He's really moving forward. Okay, this is the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. Just getting a little more further clarity. For those of you that identify as star seeds, this card is Pleiades. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. The divine masculine doesn't know it yet, but he has a double mission from the life work that he's doing. This is part of the energy that it's coming through him and that he's learning is to help him step into this other side of himself. And for some, it could be a blue ray twin flame, if you want to look that up. There could be a Lemurian connection. And I know we haven't gotten to the divine feminine yet, but this is where his divine feminine within himself is helping guide him. Okay, it's helping him channel and connect to that other side of himself and bringing in a gentler, more warm, embracing energy. And this is a divine feminine deck. I'm just going to get a message to help bring in some more clarity. This is from the divine feminine aspect of our divine masculine. I am an empress. He's learning to connect with that the inner feminine, because the more that he connects to the empress within himself, the more he can connect to the empress in his divine feminine. So if you are in separation, he's working on accepting himself so that he can then accept you. And I feel like really that's really what this was like these two aspects of the divine feminine. He's really working on that. Because the masculine, the hurt masculine has has held him in a place of thinking in the head and unattached or detached from his emotional body. He's learning emotional intimacy. Okay, and these are messages from the divine masculine's higher self. So I'm asking that the Akashic records connect to the collective of divine masculines in this reading and give messages straight from his higher self and from his true heart and from his soul. Oh, that one wants to come out, guys. Spirit is helping me. I'm sacred. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm scared. Too many changes too fast. But he is sacred. One more, guys. One more. Okay. He can't stop thinking about you. Spirit is helping me because I got too scared because of too many changes too fast. But I'm coming around. I'm starting to accept the Empress within myself. And I can't stop thinking about you. I'm starting to recognize the mirror that you are to my inner Empress. I'm sacred. And I'm learning to move through changes slowly. The divine masculine, when they're in a guarded place, changes are very scary, especially when they have a divine. Their inner feminine is, he's blocking that inner feminine, or he's ignoring it, right? Because the divine feminine brings in the aspect of flexibility, life, connection, breathing in life and moving in fluidity. Okay, a hurt guarded masculine can be rigid. So spirit is helping him, bringing in that light, helping him connect to the fact, to his own inner Empress, the divine feminine, so that he can have higher emotional intimacy with himself and his own inner feminine, so that he can accept and understand why he's not able to stop thinking about his divine feminine. Okay, so now we are going to see where the divine feminine is at. Oh. And Lulu's barking. She's excited to be working. The divine feminine energy is coming in. Hold on. Let me see which one. Okay, this one. Revenge. I'm just going to pull this is the Ascended. Oh, so I just used the Divine Feminine deck by Flames of Alchemy. That's what this card is. And I'm using the feminine half of the Ascended Masters deck by Doreen Virtue. Okay. Now, please be patient with me if there are any names that I don't know how to pronounce. This one is a tough one for me. Avalokitesvara. And the message from her is see the other person's point of view. So do you see how in the light here, she's holding the light? And so what I feel like is that she, just like the divine masculine has his, the gloves aren't in front of him protecting himself from being punched or whatever. I feel like even though her hands are in front, there's a beautiful light, and I feel like she's healing through feeling like she needs to get back at him or get in touch with him, or for him to see the way that she wants to see things. See how pointed her eyes are, very intense. I feel like the divine feminine is coming out of a space of trying to make the masculine see what she sees. And the more that she tried to make him see, the more that he withdrew, because there were too many changes too fast. He wasn't moving as fast as she was. He wasn't in a place of being able to see the light within this relationship and this connection. It scared him. He wasn't seeing it as sacred. He was scared. He was guarded instead of guided. And when she was open and feeling guided, I feel like he put up that guard, and she's now moving from a place of revenge. And I don't feel like it's revenge, like I'm going to get you, but it's more like it's more coming from a place of, well, she's coming out of a place of, I will make this happen. I will be fierce and manifest this. I will make you see it no matter what. So I see a wolf here, and then there's more fur here. And what I feel like is wolf spirit is coming in and understanding, right? Helping her understand and see the light within the situation instead of the drama, to see the other person's point of view. Have compassion. Because what I'm hearing is that while the divine feminine really felt an overwhelming and powerful push to make this connection happen, there was an aspect of her that was running from herself, thinking that this relationship was going to be her answer. See the fruit that she's holding? Now, for some, it could be a forbidden relationship in some way or in multiple ways. But what I'm really getting from this, even if that is true, that no matter what, I feel like she was trying to bite into the apple too soon and too quickly. And this was just too intense for him. And so he went off and was the lone wolf for a little while. But he's now looking in to see. And do you see? So I feel like this here is actually a representation of the divine masculine, and this is a representation of the divine feminine. He is now looking at her. And this beautiful goddess, this ascended master, is helping us recognize that we can turn around and look back, that we don't need to be in a place of revenge and looking away. And this light here is helping us transform that bitterness that we may have as divine feminines, and to help us see from the other see where the other person was coming from. They were scared. And just inviting in the energy of compassion, so that we can have compassion for the aspects of ourselves that we're scared of losing them, scared of losing the connection, scared of losing a part of ourselves, allowing ourselves to get lost in the connection. And we're transforming the energy so that we can turn and look at our divine masculine, and we can let go of the energy of the lone wolf and recognize that we're part of a pack. And often packs run with each other and almost can see out of the other's eye. That's what I'm getting from this wolf energy. It's like being so connected that when you're running together towards a common goal, that you can see through the other person's eye. There's that telepathic twin flame connection. We don't have to just identify with the shadow aspects. We can also recognize and honor the divine mirroring as well. Okay, now I'm going to use the Amenti the Amenti Oracle for the Divine Feminine. Let me check in. This is a message from the Akashic Records, but where the Divine Feminine is at. Two cards wanted to come out. They were stuck together. I am humble. I speak positively of others. This is such a strong message. And again, these women are shirtless. Their hearts are wide open. Okay, same thing here. Wide open. She's coming from a place of covering her heart and moving into the space of an open heart and open communication. So when we humble ourselves and we connect to this higher aspect of the twin flame connection, and we allow ourselves to get in alignment and see the other person's point of view, we can start to align our thoughts and our words positively. So another message that's coming through from the Akashic Records is to be very aware about how you're speaking about your divine masculine and the connection and where it's at. So do you see how their arms are rooted in this darkness here? If all you're seeing is the darkness and the shadows, and then speaking from there, you're not able to balance out with the sacred and the divine because you're holding yourself grounded in a limited thought and belief about the connection and your partner, the divine masculine. And when you do that with him, you're doing that to yourself. When you do that to yourself, you're doing that to him. And I really feel like there's a level of nurturing coming in for the divine feminines to nurture themselves, to speak more kindly about themselves, and to not take what the divine masculine has done personally, so that you don't slip into any type of revenge energy. Okay, this is the Island Wellness, a little more clarity, kind of bringing in a lot of the 3D energy of the relationship. The magical mindset. Everything is divine. Know that you are the creator of your reality. Co-manifest with the universe. It's in perfect alignment. Allow yourself to be humbled by the connection, by the divinity within this connection. Allow yourself to get into that magical mindset, because when you're focusing on the negative, like this card said, that's what you're going to continue to manifest. But if you get into the magical mindset and you recognize the divinity within the connection, that the positive aspects of the divine masculine are direct mirrors into yourself, then you can get into a higher place of nurturing and speaking more positively of the connection as well. Focus on the gifts and the positive. Be careful not to slip into fantasy. You still want to be grounded into the reality of the situation. If he needs more time, if he's feeling very grounded or stuck in a depressed, if he's depressed, if he's guarded, if he's not speaking to you right now, whatever it is. You have to look at the reality of where he's at, honor that, but allow yourself the nurturing and the care, and then speak positively around it. If we get too deeply into that, he's running, then you're really locking that into place. How about he's evolving? I'm evolving. The connection is evolving. And honor where he's at. Keep your heart open. Do everything from an open heart. And you'll see the connection grow within yourself and within the, the connection itself. This is the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. Just going to get a little more guidance. Awakening. Energetic upgrades. A new way of being. Integration. Again, do you see how she's being lifted up? She's letting go. Her heart is wide open. Her throat is wide open. Her gut. She's just being lifted right up. She's being humbled. She's awakening to the magical reality so that she can see and speak more positively of the situation and understand with compassion and a gentleness and a nurturance of the reality of it. This is the Divine Feminine Oracle. Actually, we're going to pull, a Divine Feminine card. I don't remember who did these ones, but oh, look at that. I am manifesting from the 5D. It's all, this card is, I feel like some more clarity around this card where we were saying that be careful that you're not thinking and speaking too much about, how he's running or he's stuck or he's depressed or he's not calling or he's not texting, he didn't answer me or anything like that. It's more about really getting to a 5D connection, really seeing it from there. Seeing it from the love, from a more magical mindset. You can call the angels in. Allow yourself to be humbled by this connection because it's beautiful. Okay, this is the Divine Masculine cards. We're going to get a few messages. So the Divine Feminine cards, I feel like have more of a 5D feel. They talk more about the ethereal aspects of the connection and from that place. And I feel like the Divine Masculine is more of a 3D. So I like to pull one, even though it's, even though I pulled the Divine Feminine here and here, but then for the more 3D thoughts coming from the Divine Feminine, I'm even using this deck, the Divine Masculine deck. This is a part of the Divine Feminine that's comfortable in her 3D self and having the feelings and emotions in her 3D world. And there could be aspects up to be healed. Oh, 3 came out. That's perfect. I'm sorry I hurt you. We are working together in the astral. And I'm speaking my truth. This card has a powerful message behind it, and I'm just... So she is sorry that she pushed too much. She's sorry that she said things and did things that may have hurt the masculine and scared him and made him feel like he was not sacred because she was not able to see his point of view. She was only seeing her shadow side and her hurts. But she was learning to speak her truth and to move forward and to connect to the divine in the situation and learn to speak from a positive place. And so what I'm hearing from the Akashic Records is to please keep in mind that this is T with a capital truth. I mean, this is truth with a capital T. So you can say, I feel very hurt by this action. But the truth is I just want to connect with you. Speak your truth without attacking. Come from a higher place. Speak positively of others, this says, but to others. and of others, and manifesting from the 5D. If you would like, you can leave a message or a comment down below, something positive about your connection. Whatever it may be, I'm in the divine flow of love and connection with my DM or DF. Whatever it is you want to say, if it's just something, I love you, whatever it is, you're more than welcome to leave a comment. But please keep it positive, and no need to add any of the 3D more shadow side of things, okay? That's just a reminder. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to connect over and get some numbers, some confirmations of numbers. So these are just some guys. Okay. So we have 4, 4, 1, 2, 3. So this could be addresses. This could be dates you met. This could be birthdays. This could be your birthday. This could be angel numbers. We also have here a 66, a 5, 2, and a 1. So this is like mirroring. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. And I'm going to pull some Scrabble tiles, get some initials. I'm just going to put them all over onto the right side. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, we have I, A, T, V, I, T, M, O, O, R. You can pause this and move the initials around however you want. I mean, the letters around. It can be initials. It can be a name. It could be your initials. It could be the divine masculines or the divine feminines. Maybe you can spell out words that mean something to you. Maybe you can connect numbers to the letters. All right, so now I'm just going to pull a card for the direction of the connection over the next few days. The High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. So the guidance that I'm having come in around the High Priestess right now is connect over to that higher thought process. Think about before you act, what is your, not mission, intention? What is it that you truly want? If you want attention, help that evolve. Look at yourself, take ownership of that, and recognize that's an inner child, and heal some of that. Use the Higher Priestess to really see through it all and look through it all before you reach out with drama words or anything that may cut down the masculine, because he's in a beautiful place. And in the divine masculine, if you're reaching out, you don't want to say anything that's going to put her and trigger her into her revenge pattern. So think about what your intention is before you do it, and speak, try to evolve what you want into how you move forward with communication. Allow yourself to see the truth behind the connection. Allow the high priestess or high priest within you to see the truth of the situation so that you can move forward towards what it is that you really need, which is and want, which is a higher level of connection, and to join with the other. All right. Well, thank you all very, very much. I'm going to hold this up one more time. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. If I don't do another video before New Year's, I hope you have a wonderful New Year's. Okay? Much love and light to all of you.